At Mid-American Energy, we are connectors,
protectors,
leaders,
job creators,
friends,
and neighbors,
and always at your service.
Go ahead and give me your order.
Whoa.
Howdy.
Hey, where'd you get that breakfast so fast?
Casey's. Fastest breakfast in the Midwest.
Try Casey's new Ultimate Beer Cheese Breakfast Pizza, Breakfast Burrito, or a new Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit.
Wow, that was fast.
And now get a breakfast sandwich or pizza slice plus Casey's Premium Bean to Cup Coffee for just $4.
I rode a horse once.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything
dental insurance costs a fortune and it covers nothing.
Don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
By focusing only on meat and grocery, we can do those things to the best of our abilities.
No frills, no gimmicks. You're gonna get top quality meat, top quality produce, top quality customer service.
They always tell us, sell it as low as you can. Sell it as low as you possibly can.
And we work hard so we can keep those prices lower.
And that's what Fairway does to a lot of people. They take care of people.
I have one thing to accomplish, and it's that.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Slade's the place for you!
We at the Girls Athletic Union are so thankful for those who support us and help us put this great event on, none of which are more important or more special as the Iowa Farm Bureau, our proud title sponsor. With me today is Brent Johnson, President of the Iowa Farm Bureau. Thanks for joining us, Brent.
Glad to be here.
So we want to tell the viewers about the Iowa Farm Bureau and the support you provide the Girls Athletic Union. So why does Iowa Farm Bureau invest in support in the Girls Athletic Union and our tournament games?
Yeah, thanks, Aaron. You know, the Iowa Farm Bureau, we've been the proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union for over 17 years. And for us, this is more than just a tournament. You know, this is something that's important for these girls. They are tomorrow's leaders. And you know, these are places that the Iowa Farm Bureau is absolutely proud to be involved in.
Good morning and welcome to Extreme Arena in Coralville, Iowa, the home of the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. My name's Emery Songer, and in a moment we're going to get our day started here on court number 1 with a matchup between Des Moines Christian and the Union Knights, a Class 3A quarterfinal. My name's Emery Songer. I am currently being joined for this matchup with Molly Geis. And Molly, we're here bright and early. We're going to have 2 games going on. The game that we're going to be watching is going to be between a Central Iowa team and a team that, many people are like, Union. I've never even heard of where Union is, but they are a powerhouse in a lot of, 3A sports, especially on the girls' side of things, and this should be a good matchup.
Yeah, it really should. Even though it's number 1 versus number 8, you see some of the leaders on Union in Class 3A for assists and kills. And then you have a super balanced attack from Des Moines Christian, who was also an 8 seed last year, and they know that as an 8 seed, you're not going to just let that number 1 go and take the game.
Yeah, we see 8 seeds really put pressure on the top seeds all the time. Let's go ahead and take a look at our road to state for these 2 teams. When you look at the side for Union, 42-9 the record. These teams feel like they play more and more matches every single year, but over 50 matches, and they actually defeated Center Point Urbana, not Charles City, in Region 4, but there's a couple of players that we're going to need to know, and we're going to say their names a lot.
Yeah. Aubrey Gates leading in 3A in kills, 570, that's a lot.
That's a huge number.
Yeah, and then Avery Knoop, obviously she's got some good ones to go to. She's also got number 7 in kills on her team, Gracie Kilma. So, lots of people to dish it to. And 42 wins. They know how to win.
Yeah, Des Moines Christian on the other side beat Van Meter to get into this tournament, 45-5. They played 50 matches this season as well, top seed, and they got another player that is one of the top defensive players in the state.
Yeah, and Olivia Lombardi, she's going to be playing here when she graduates. So how exciting for her! She's an Iowa commit. She's joined by her sister as well, who was a setter and has, adjusted for the team and is playing outside hitter. So, and they have a lot of kids that are key players that have experience from the last couple of years.
Yeah, something to keep in mind as Des Moines Christian and Union continue to warm up. They're going to get themselves ready, and we're going to get ready as well. We're going to take a break and come back with the starting lineups, player introductions, and the start of the Class 3A quarterfinal between Union and Des Moines Christian. Coming up next, this is Girls State Volleyball presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we are connectors,
protectors,
leaders,
job creators, friends,
and neighbors, and always at your service.
Fairway values family, and we treat our employees and our customers like their family.
If you're looking for a place to shop, our service is amazing.
We have put an emphasis on hiring good people.
One of the things that we talk about is just doing the right thing.
And that is so key to this day and age.
Fairway just isn't about selling groceries. It's about taking care of people.
That, to me, is the best thing we can do at Fairway.
Go ahead and give me your order.
Whoa.
Howdy.
Hey, where'd you get that breakfast so fast?
Casey's. Fastest breakfast in the Midwest.
Try Casey's new ultimate beer cheese breakfast pizza, breakfast burrito, or a new bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Wow, that was fast.
And now get a breakfast sandwich or pizza slice plus Casey's premium bean to cup coffee for just $4.
I rode a horse once.
Class 3A getting set to go for the beginning of what will be a fun day of volleyball here at Extreme Arena. For the first time ever hosting the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. I'm Emery Songer along with Molly Geis. Our director is Devin Taylor. Reese Webb is going to be your cameraman this morning. We'll be here until the evening. It's going to be a full day. We got the 3A quarters, the 2A quarters, and the 1A quarters all day long today, and then tomorrow is semifinal day around the state. So, a little bright and early, but I think we're going to see some good energy because these kids, they're used to being in school at this point.
Right, and they're used to playing in tournaments that typically start 8, 9 o'clock,
Sure,
so
yeah.
this is a good time. 10 o'clock, they're good to go, and they've been here for a while. It's kind of neat to see the warm-up areas that are available here at Extreme Arena, and so they've been here and probably had their coffees. That didn't used to be a thing where high school kids would drink coffee.
Well, you got to get that pumpkin spice latte and get yourself jazzed up for your 10 a.m. First serve. But the 3A, we mentioned the 1-8 matchup. Des Moines Christian is your number 1 seed with Union, the number 8 seed. Sioux Center and West Liberty are going to be the 4 and 5, and they're going to play on this court after this game. And then on the other side, Davenport Assumption, the 2 seed, will play Osage. That game's warming up and getting ready to start. And then Mount Vernon, the 3 seed, against Unity Christian, another perennial contender in Class 3A, the 6 seed. And that's going to happen at noon on court number 2. The semifinals on Wednesday, tomorrow, 2 p.m. is the start time for both of them as well. So the two teams have wrapped up their warm-ups as they get themselves set up and ready to go. Everybody kind of settling in to the Extreme Arena here. And we're going to have the introductions for the two teams and also get ourselves set for a day's worth of volleyball. Let's go down to our public address announcer for the introductions. There is a good chance that we do the introductions for all 4.
Good morning, everyone.
We'll
Volleyball fans.
see how they do
Happy Tuesday, November 1st. Welcome to today's 2022 Girls State Volleyball 3A quarterfinal matchup here on Court 1, featuring the Union Knights and the Des Moines Christian Lions. Fans, at this time, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship and decorum shown by the qualifying schools during the season and state tournament week. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Here in Court 1, Peyton Leibold of the IGHSAU Student Advisory Committee will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Union, Renee Jesse. And from Des Moines Christian, Brian Sponnet.
Oh, he used to be the coach.
All right, so we're actually, since this is the first matchup today, they don't want to have the two sides fighting for the PA. So while they're doing the lineups and the ceremonies over on the other side, we're going to go ahead and break some things down. But they are going to do the opening introductions here on court number 1 here momentarily between Des Moines Christian and Union.
Fans, it's now time to introduce the players for today's 3A quarterfinal matchup here in Court 1. First of all, for the Union Knights, here are your non-starters. Number 2, Michaela Tharp. Number 3, Reagan Glenn. Number 5, Jamie Hilmer. Number 6, Emily Antone. Number 8, Jalen Peterson. Number 11, Addie Pospischel. Number 15, Sophia Taylor. And number 22, Allison Timmer. Your assistant coaches, Barry Jesse, Hannah Gates, and Beth Harding. Now, here's your starting lineup for the Union Community Knights. A sophomore, number 4, Avery Canoop. A junior, number 7, Gracie Klima. A senior, number 9, Jaden Bush. A senior, number 10, Aubrey Gates. A junior, number 12, Sydney Schmucker. And a junior, number 21, Dina Robb. Their libero is a junior, number 20, Ava Maylert. Head coach for Union Community, Brian Jesse. And now let's meet the Des Moines Christian Lions. Here are your non-starters. Number 1, Taylor Christman. Number 8, Andrea Lineback. Number 15, Sayla Lux. Number 18, Gabby Bartek. And number 20, Jenna Towers. Your assistant coaches, Summer Ray Kemper, Christina Moorcraft, and Carrie Lombardi. Now, here's your starting lineup for the Des Moines Christian Lions. A junior, number 2, Finley Skelhaas. Junior, number 3, Chloe Pruitt. Sophomore, number 6, Hadley Harderson. A senior, number 7, Marin Miller. A senior, number 11, Caitlin Mumm. A junior, number 12, Gabby Lombardi. And your libero is a senior, number 14, Olivia Lombardi. Head coach for the Des Moines Christian Lions, Matt Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our officials for this quarterfinal match. Our first referee, Dan Fetters. Second referee, Joe Van Ness. Line judges, Nicole Wenstrand and Jean Statlander.
All right, so that's what our situation is, how things are going. While they introduce the other court, because we're concurrently going, we'll do the national anthem after they wrap that up. But just Molly, for these schools, I mean, these two, they know what it's like to play in a state tournament, but it is a little bit of a different vibe being in this building as opposed to in Cedar Rapids where they have been playing the state tournament.
Yeah, agreed. I know Union has kind of been a team that's been here about every other year, and Des Moines Christian was here last year. But like you said, it's a different venue, and so I feel like for everybody, it's kind of a learning curve. And so the first time you play at state, I feel like you kind of see sometimes some nerves that maybe might be teams that you wouldn't expect it from. And I think everybody's kind of got a little bit of that coming into this. This is the first game. Yesterday, a lot of those teams got their first game in, but it's all new and everybody just wants to play. I think the parents want to see the kids get started, the coaches and the players just want to start playing so they can, you know, get acclimated, get comfortable, and just play their game.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that you don't really know until you're here, and the backdrops here for this tournament with the big net in between the two courts, that's a little bit different, but especially going the other direction where you're looking and you're trying to hit and set with the seats right there, right behind you. A little bit different from the kind of setup where in the past these were parallel to each other, the two courts, instead of like back-to-back like they are right now. And you had this whole big, you know, balcony thing that was kind of like draped over the court, which is, you know, very strange, very interesting setup. This one a little bit more traditional in that way, but it still is going to take it felt like in the games that I watched yesterday, it took about half of the first set for both teams, just kind of feel each other out and trying to get used to being here. And then that's when you really saw the volleyball really pick up and the quality pick up of the match.
Right. And it's interesting, like the student sections are behind the top seeds. And, you know, they're not going to switch sides.
Right.
And so that is kind of surprising to me.
We'll go ahead and we'll take a listen in for the playing of our national anthem. All right, time for some volleyball. The 1-8 matchup between the Des Moines Christian Lions and the Union.
All right, Union fans, Des Moines Christian fans, are you ready for state tournament volleyball?
I think both sides here on court one, a pretty healthy contingent for 10 a.m. in the morning. Obviously, DMC had to travel from Central Iowa to get here. Obviously, Union had a little bit of a trek as well, but this is state, and you want to come and support your school, and it looks like we're going to have a pretty good atmosphere over here on court number one.
Yeah, fun to see what the student sections do. And on the other court, it looks like Christmas. You've got all green and then all red. I was surprised yesterday we didn't see more Halloween costumes, though.
Also, before we begin our match, I'd like to once again thank Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, for their support. The Iowa Farm Bureau has an office located in each county across Iowa, and we'd like to thank the offices listed on your screen for their support of the two teams playing in the match today. Thank you to Iowa Farm Bureau for their supporting of the IGHSAU and the Iowa Girls. Here we go. Des Moines Christian wearing the light blue, trimmed in dark blue. Union wearing white and red. It looks like we're just double checking our rotations. The two liberos get out onto the floor.
All right, ready for set one. Union has serve.
And
start things off. Here we go.
To get us started, it'll be a serve for Union's Gracie Klima. And it's a good one. Olivia Lombardi. And it'll end up working out. I believe that was Marin Miller who was able to poke that over.
Serve number 14, Olivia Lombardi.
It'll immediately be Olivia Lombardi to serve for Des Moines Christian. Gets the knuckler here to the near side, little poke over. Going to be a bump set to the far side. Big swing and a kill. Gabby Lombardi.
Yeah, and like I said, last year Gabby was setting from the back row and hitting from the front row, and this year I think she's just playing outside hitter all the way around. No setting.
Well, if you can swing it like that.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Exactly.
Yeah, this one's going to leak right to the top of the net. It's going to be pulled down. Going to be a quick back set, and there's a cross court. Good dig, kept alive somehow. Des Moines Christian will set it up to the far side again. I think that hit the antenna from Schmucker, or pardon, that was Gabby Lombardi again on the far side, my mistake. Goes down as out. As any contact with the outside antennas is ruled out. serve. Here into the middle. Mum dug out, and they're going to be able to get a good handle on it. As I said before, it really felt like the whole first half of the first set for most of the matches I saw yesterday is just a feeling out process up here.
Yeah, and coaches are going to scout and kind of try to figure out here's what we've seen that's open, and so players are going to try that stuff and then make adjustments from there.
Far side, Lombardi.
And you can see Lombardi's really trying to hit line, and the one before where she hit the antenna, she's just trying to find the line, and I think that's a strategy they're going to go with, and then see if they adjust.
Well, one of the premier attackers, not just for Des Moines Christian, but in all of 3A. Going to be a back set to the far side, and that's just going to be ruled long. I mean, that was close. Aubrey Gates is a little bit heavy. Going to try again on that far side. Going to be blocked, but it's going to come out. Aubrey Gates will get the kill.
Yeah, and that's going to be their lead go-to is Aubrey Gates. I mean, clearly she's got 552 kills, number 1 in 3A. You're going to use her.
We'll double check the score. Our scoreboard in-house says 5-2, but the official stat sheet currently says 4-2, and now obviously +1 on another kill. This from Hadley Harderson. The Lombardi back to serve. And a set from Canoop to the near side. Somehow dug out on the back end by Olivia Lombardi. Showing you exactly why she's a Division I recruit, but that pass is going to be a little wide of the mark. Really good dig. Just could not keep that second pass in play on that far side, but you see the talent that she has on the back end of the defense. 6-3 is what our in-house scoreboard says. Far side, off the top of the block. Canoop to the near side. This is Klima. Tried to dump it over. Out of the back, Lombardi. That's a good dig that time by Aubrey Gates. That's going to end up going wide.
And, I talked about last year when Gabby Lombardi was setting, you don't get that nice swing out of the back row, so it'll be fun to see how they use that.
Passing is an important factor, of course, but to have players that can put balls away and just score points in offensive manners, really important, and you can see she possesses that skill as well. As that attack attempted by Klima blocked. Marin Miller's going to get the credit for that one, number 7 in blue.
Both teams have some height, but I would say Des Moines Christian's definitely got more.
There's a perfect little feel poke over Dana Robb.
She's the tallest one on Union at 6'2".
Averaging .236 kill efficiency. Has been solid there this season. 8-4 is the score in the house. I say that because the stat sheet is still off by a point, so we're going to see one way or another if that is adjusted. Far side, an attempt by Des Moines Christian. Kept alive, but it's not going to get over the net.
That was number 8, Andrea Lineback.
Lineback gets credit for the kill. Run up and left-handed serve. Canoop. Yeah, you see that first initial pass, and that it's just a little too close to the net, and it's just happened to make that decision. Am I going to try to pass it to somebody else, or should I just dump it over to avoid a violation?
Yeah, and she's got 58 kills, so they've got to be ready for her to do that. It's pretty effective.
And there's a little dump down, and it hits the line from Marin Miller.
Marin Miller with the kill. Substitution for Lance, number 2. Finley Stellhouse.
10-5 is the score.
Skelhaus serving.
Finley Skelhaus back to serve. Takes the run up. And a good low line drive. Out of the back row. Swing from Gates, and that'll be a kill for her from the back row.
Sometimes a back row attack is so hard because when players are in base on the other side, they've got somebody deep in the middle, and then the other two players are short, so corners are wide open.
Far side set up for Lombardi off the block.
Yeah, there's that line shot again. And maybe that's her go-to. I bet she can do it all, so.
Yeah, and obviously, like, if you shorten the court there, there's only one or two defenders that have a chance to maybe make a play, whereas if you go cross-court, unless it's wide open, everybody can maybe get a hand on it. So, especially if you have that kind of fastball. Here's Gates. That looked like it was destined to go long. Look at Lombardi somehow, but they're going to say that came back around. Good effort.
Great hustle. That's what you want to see. It gets the team going.
Yeah, Skelhaus and Lombardi teaming up on what seemed to be a lost play.
And Skelhaus, even though she's not libero, she's a great back row player, been playing for several years.
There's going to be another kill from the middle. Caitlin Mum's going to get credit. She's also standing 6'2", the tallest player for Des Moines Christian, at least by the book.
Right.
When Gabby.
Depends on if they, do they have shoes on? Do they have inserts?
The way Gabby Lombardi jumps makes you feel like she could easily be 6'2" if you measure her the right way. Here, out of the middle, a little curveball off the side of the hand by Schmucker.
Des Moines Christian blockers were going towards Gates, and that's not where they ended up setting it. And so they had a single block.
And Schmucker kind of mishit it a little bit. And maybe it was intentional, but it really came off like a changeup, and all of the blockers had come down by the time she had actually gotten it over the top. Out of the middle, little punch over, and passed back over. That time by Jaden Bush. Lefty attack, kept alive for now. Good effort again. Man, these two teams laying it out, but it's going to be point to Des Moines Christian. Hadley Harderson going to get credit for that one. Again, we're off by but the official stats are off by a point from our in-house scoreboard, but they have not corrected it, so we're going to go with the scoreboard in-house. It is 13-8. Lombardi on the serve. And a set to the near side. Cross court. You're not going to stop that from Aubrey Gates. 360. 360 kill efficiency. She makes no mistake about it when she gets that run up.
Yeah, she takes a big swing.
I would not want to be in the way of that one. 13-9, and she's back to serve. Lombardi. It'll just be a free ball over. Canoop, where's she going to go with it? Near side. Close to the net. That's good work keeping it alive by Klima. Out of the back row, but wide. Goes Lombardi. Well, she's definitely aiming for that far side line a lot.
Yeah. I'm guessing as the game progresses, she will find it.
13-10. Pass from Pruitt. Canoop, near side. Klima. A little sinker ball, but Lombardi dug it out. This is going to be blocked, and I think that's a double or a lift, however you want to. Harderson, she's been active here early. 3 kills in the match for her.
Yeah, she's got 249 kills on the season and 539 assists, so multi-talented player there too.
Taylor Chrisman to serve. What about an ace? Taylor Chrisman, 23 aces on the season. Definitely a specialist on the back line. She'll step into another serve here. Got some topspin on it. Canoop in the middle. Wide on the attack by Dina Robb. And timeout. going to be called here by Union. We'll take it with them, 16-10. We'll be back with more from the state volleyball tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Des Moines Christian a 16-10 lead here, first set, and our first match of the day, Class 3A quarterfinal. Here with Molly Geis, I'm Emery Songer. Molly, the number one stat I'm looking at here, there's been 1 attack error by Des Moines Christian, 6 attack errors by Union.
Right, and I think it feels like Union is trying to avoid the block and overthinking it, and I think they just need to be aggressive. That last quick set, I feel like if it could be just a little bit higher and let Dina Robb get on top of it, would make a big difference. So
a little false start there. They're going to tell Chrisman to try again, but wait for the official command, and this time she gets it. And the serve will be wide. Yeah, just mess with the timing a little bit with the mistake on serving it too quickly.
Yeah, and every timeout, I feel like typically you get a side out. Whoever called the timeout, it's a pretty high ratio.
It's really insane. I hope that there's a study somewhere that can measure this, or somebody needs to measure it. Like how often, like what are the immediate 3 points like after a timeout? Like,
yeah.
Dug out by Lombardi on the back end. That was Gabby, by the way. It's going to be cross court. Good dig by Bush. Here to the near side. Swing by Klima and the block. Line back, I believe.
I mean, I was saying, you know, they have to stop thinking about the block, but it's there and it's big. And, you know, Union goes to a couple players a little bit more than others, so it's a little bit easier for Union to kind of have a blocking, you know, head start.
Good serve here by Harderson. Now, back set. Harderson digs it out. And who's it going to be? It's going to be just passed over by Miller. Canute will go near side for Klima. So,
and that was a good set by Avery Canute. I think she's also getting more comfortable, you know, as the game progresses here.
So, yeah, you get, and she's got options. We talked about, you know, obviously Aubrey Gates is about as good as it gets in terms of statistics on the season, but you got Klima, who has over 330 kills this year as well, as that drops in front of the back row. But you want to get as many attackers going as early as possible, and we talked about they've just had some attack errors throughout this first set that, you know, have stunted the points, but you want to get good swings to kind of get used to what's going on here.
Yeah, and you kind of want to show the other team that they need to respect all of your hitters.
Right.
And if you leave somebody alone, they're going to hurt you.
This one leaks all the way back over the top, but it goes out. Gabby Lombardi unable to get the bounce off of the top of the net. It bounces the wrong direction.
Union needs to get a run here if they want to stay in this game, because they've got Gates in the front row now for 3 rotations.
That serve's going to be right back over the top, and there's Gates. I mean, it's just it's on a tee, spinning right back over the net. She's not going to mess that one up, and that's the importance of the initial dig, and you don't see Olivia Lombardi, you know, have a situation like that too awful much. This one going to be received. A little quick back set, and then a dunk essentially there for Marin Miller. But they're going to give the point to Union because she got into the net. That call came from the stand, Dan Fetters. Fetters says she got into the net, even just a little bit is a violation, and a reprieve for Union.
Yeah, Union's got to take advantage of this now.
And Lombardi digs it out. We'll try again. This one wide from Miller. And all of a sudden, it's a 2-point game. So, like you said, I mean, taking advantage of an opportunity with your best attacker up front, but they really haven't had a real go to her, except for the one time when she returned a bad dig to the far side. Lombardi blocked.
I don't think we get a replay on that, but I know Avery Canute was a part of that, and she gets to call that an assist block.
Klima, I think, is getting most of the credit,
yes.
But man, yeah, absolutely. Schmucker was there too. Far side, Lombardi will try again. This one a good one. And that stunts the run for now. 19-17 first set.
Des Moines Christian has to feel that comfort by having Olivia Lombardi to go to, she's good under pressure and she wants the ball.
And Olivia on the serve. Canute sets it for Gates. Wide and I think a little long. No, they're going to, okay, I was going to say Dan Fetters on the chair actually started pointing at Union for a second. 20-17 now as Gates a little bit erratic on the attack. Lombardi, a sinker ball. Will try Gates again, this time a good one. The block, and that's the thing too. I think she was far enough away from the block couldn't quite time her up properly, and so they blocked it. It just stayed on their side.
Yeah, I don't know if she does it every time, but there she really pulled back even further, and it took longer for her swing than a normal approach, and so the blockers were on their way down.
To the far side, Lombardi is blocked by Gates. 20-19. Canute on the serve. Union trying to complete what seemingly, it didn't. Before the timeout, it felt like it was slipping away from them. They were down 16-10, but they've really come alive here. And
I haven't seen.
I don't know how that happened, but over her head, Gates just found an open space, and Des Moines Christian is going to call a timeout with the game now tied at 20. We'll take a break with them. Plenty of action still to come. An exciting first set between Union and Des Moines Christian right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7. Rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
All right, the big scoreboard. The big scoreboard says 20 apiece. Emery Songer along with Molly Geis.
And Emery, I don't think that Aubrey Gates typically plays right side, but she has been pushed over there to help block Lombardi.
And Lombardi is going to go over there. Dug out, but they're not going to be able to corral it. A little collision there in the middle from Schmucker and Jaden Bush. And that will give Des Moines Christian another opportunity. Lefty serve. Gates digs it out. Little bump set coming out of the back. Klima. No problem there for Harderson. Far side. Lombardi. It's in the air. Going to be corralled. Gates can't get it over the net. Both teams now all of a sudden 11 kills each, though, as the offense coming alive here for Union, but maybe too little too late. 3 points away for Des Moines Christian to try to take the first set. Canute to the far side. Gates.
And like I said, I haven't seen Union play this year, so maybe she does play right side in this rotation, but I don't think she typically does, and so if Des Moines Christians watched film on her, they're watching her from the outside, not the right side, so an added twist.
22-21.
Yeah, now she's back on the outside because Lombardi has rotated to the back row.
This is going to be dangerous. Always is. Caitlin Mumm, anytime that dig just kind of goes a little too far and starts spinning back across the net. It is, I call it a dunk. I mean, you're really just going up there and you have no resistance, no block. And Union's going to call timeout. 23-21, we'll take it with them. Des Moines Christian looks to put it away when we come back here on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
All right, so 23-21, Emory Songer and Molly Guys with you as Union, the 8 seed, hanging around. They were down 16-10 before they called their first timeout, and then after the timeout went on a big run. If they can do that again here, they might be able to steal this first set. But Des Moines Christian with Gabby Lombardi on serve, just 2 points away, but out of the timeout.
Yep, high five for the timeout.
When they do the study, I think they're going to notice a drastic improvement for the team that calls a timeout that stems the tide. Gates on serve.
Coaches know.
Yeah, that's wide. And they're going to actually get her for a double hit, and that ties it at 23.
Yeah, she was trying to get it to the right side, but just in an awkward position and came off her fingers wrong.
And you got Gates in the back row, but on serve, where she's also pretty dangerous. And a little sinker. Lombardi does good just to keep it in play. And that's going to be a kill. Can't be handled by Mailer.
She's tough. Harderson is.
For Harderson, that is number 4 in the match in terms of kills. And
she's at a 667 hitting efficiency. 4 kills and 6 attempts, no errors.
That'll work. Taylor Crispin to serve, set point for Des Moines Christian. A little side swiper. Canoop, near side. Klima through the block and down. Clutch attack there from Klima. For her, that's number 3.
Yeah, they need her to start, getting more comfortable. She hadn't had a lot of kills yet, and she is like I said, number 7 in 3A in kills, and now she's starting to feel a little more comfortable.
24 all, must win by 2. The target number is 25, it's 26 for now. A little dump over, nice dive by Maylert to keep it alive. Klima mishit it. Another set point coming here for the Lions.
Something about those slow sets and everything, and then kids want to take a little off, and then they end up hitting it in the net.
A swing. Good dig. Canoop for Klima, the near side. Good job by the block, keeping it in. Here to the near side. Pruitt. Canoop in the middle. Oh, yeah. Dina Robb had there was a huge hole over there, and she immediately saw it, and it's 25 apiece.
Yeah, when you get a clean pass in transition and your corners are wide open for a middle.
Here's the serve from Allison Timmer. A set. Lombardi out of the back row, blocked. Smucker. And now set point for Union. Trying to complete what was a phenomenal comeback here in this first set. And really put the pressure on the 1 seed Des Moines Christian. Timmer the serve. Lombardi. Harderson. Lombardi.
She's gotten that kill twice now from the back row, just right over the block. They're triple blocking her.
And that's the thing. You're thinking fastball all the time with her. And so she neutralizes the block with the little poke. And because the defense is so far back on the back end, they can't come up and be able to make. That's just good feel for the game. 26 all. Good diving dig. Noop for Klima. They're actually Yeah, there's like a
landed on their side.
Yeah, there was like some confusion and a delayed reaction, but now again a set point, and Gracie Klima will serve for it.
Gracie Klima does a really good job using blockers' hands.
Klima runs up. Lombardi. Dug out by Mailer. Canute, near side for Gates. It was close to the net. She was able just to poke it over. Lombardi will get another try. And dug out of the back. Going to be just passed over by Bush. Oh, that's tough. Yep. Into the net. Union able to stay plucky. Comes back. Avoids a couple of set points and steals the first set, 28-26. We'll take a break, come back with set number 2. Got maybe an upset brewing here in 3A as the top seed down a set to Union right after this on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
At Mid-American Energy, we are connectors,
protectors,
Leaders.
Job creators.
friends,
And neighbors.
And always at your service.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything
Dental insurance costs a fortune and it covers nothing.
don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Whoa.
Howdy.
Hey, where'd you get that breakfast so fast?
Casey's. Fastest breakfast in the Midwest.
Try Casey's new Ultimate Beer Cheese Breakfast Pizza, Breakfast Burrito, or a new Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit.
Wow, that was fast.
Hey fans, Central College has you covered with career building options, and with tuition less than $20,000 a year and tons of scholarships, it's the best decision ever. Apply today at central.edu. Emery Songer here, Molly Geis, sitting above Court 1 at Extreme Arena in Coralville. Set 1 goes to the 8 seed Union as they get a 28-26 first set victory over the top seed Des Moines Christian. Molly, I have to say, Union has a storied volleyball program, but I was not anticipating that, especially when they were down 16-10 in the first.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit surprised, but then again, not surprised. It wasn't a well-executed game according to how they typically play, so I think both teams want to kind of get to their game. Union was led by Aubrey Gates with 8 kills, and then Gracie Klima had 3, but she also had 5 errors. So
as quickly here on the first play, Lauren Miller is going to get in. Good hustle by Avery Canoop over there, running into the stanchion on the side of the net, being able to get that pass off. But you're right. I mean, you gave away plenty of points, and we talked about how many errors they had committed early, but they did a good job of minimizing those as the set went on. As that pass off the dig by Gates on the back row ends up going into the net, so a quick 2-0 lead here. But the fact that you were down like that and you weren't hitting it well, and then to come back against the top seed, stretch it out, avoid multiple set points, and find a way to win that first set. Huge pick-me-up.
And Brian Jesse took some timely timeouts as well.
Both
and
timeouts
they
were huge.
answered when he did.
Lombardi had her attack blocked. Schmucker. Knoop was there as well.
I'm not sure if they're sealing off the line, and she's still trying to swing line, but I think
the two Lombardis were kind of confused as to who was going to get that one, and it comes off the hands of Olivia and goes out. So
Des Moines Christian has basically two passers. They've got Lombardi and Skelhaas, and they're both very good passers. They can handle that whole back row.
Klima gets credit for the ace. Dug out this time by Olivia Lombardi here to the near side. Miller kept alive for now, but they're going to say a double hit. 3-2, Des Moines Christian. Back to serve is Olivia Lombardi for the Lions. Down a set. A little conversation as to...
So Aubrey Gates is the captain on the court, and so she's talking to the official. Rarely do they ever, well, she's getting their attention. They're going to talk it over, which good for them to at least get another opinion.
Well, it was ruled a double hit. This is Dan Fetters on the stand and Joe Van Ness, who is the second official. And from what they saw, and it was the stand official, Dan Fetters, who had called the double hit.
Oh, they got a replay. Good for them for, you know, I do think it might have been the wrong call, and he blew, you know, it was going to go out.
It would have been a point for Des Moines Christian anyway if the whistle doesn't blow mid-play. So they're going to pull the second point off of the third point off the board. Klima will get back, and now all of a sudden, obviously Des Moines Christian wants to know what all of a sudden they saw and talked about to change the call like that.
As a coach, most of the time you just, it's, you know, you got to move on.
Well, they're not going to re-change it after making an adjustment. Like you do, I agree. You'd like to have, you know, some sort of explanation as to what possibly could have been seen to change that call. Either way, here's Lombardi off the top of the block, dug out on the back end by Maylert. Near side, Gates. Well, she's going to get in double figures quickly here, and you knew that they were going to need her to be very prolific in this match, and she has answered the bell so far. Klima again on serve. Lombardi going to set for the other Lombardi, and she's going to just dump it over. Klima dug it out. Gates in the middle.
Yeah, Gates had to go over to potentially play that ball from Lombardi, and so didn't have time to transition to the outside, ran a 2 or a 32 and just painted the corner.
She's now with 10 double figures. The pass for Lombardi on the far side, looks for the line. Maylert is there. Long run for Knoop, kept it alive. Gates off the block. Gabby Lombardi. A set quickly for Miller. They're just trying to keep it alive, and Klima will get it over the net. A set to Gabby Lombardi. Good effort from Maylert. Out of the back row. Passed over by Jaden Bush. Pass to this near side. Lefty swing, Maylert again.
Wow, she's doing a fantastic job back there.
Gates is blocked, but Bush is there to save the point. They'll try Gates one more time. Blocked and out.
That was phenomenal back row play by Ava Mellert. She went both directions and dug up some hard hit balls.
Maylert is wearing that black jersey for a reason, and she showed why. The run up, and again, we're still on the serve of Klima. Back set from Miller, that was easy.
And Jaden Bush for Union is also doing a really good job of covering the hitters and just little things here and there. She might not be big in the stat books, but she is playing her role and doing what she needs to do to help her team.
After the kill that time from Miller, serve from Olivia Lombardi, not handled cleanly this time by Bush. Gates can't save it. It's now 5-4. Service ace for Olivia Lombardi.
Des Moines Christian has some really tough servers.
Oh yeah.
You can't see that necessarily until unless you're on the court.
And there's an ace as Bush, Mailer, and Gates all are looking at each other as somebody to get that. But the way that Lombardi served, back-to-back aces here, but it has kind of this side spin, kind of like a change-up in baseball, where that spin not just brings it kind of like a screwball, but it also has a little bit of downward bite as well because it doesn't have the backspin. Little pass over. Olivia Lombardi to the far side. Gabby Lombardi. Mailer can't keep it in play. And a quick 4-point run here for the Lions. A good answer. And it's all really on the serve. I mean, Lombardi's serve is putting them in a tough position.
Yeah, they're not getting a great pass off of that at all, or even a pass.
Gates able to get this one easily to Canoop for Gates. You give her that much time and space, it's going to be tough to imagine her not putting it away.
And she's the one that passed it. They're probably going to try to keep the ball away from her, even though sometimes you try to wear out your star hitter and make them move. If she's going to be the one that can pass it the best, I think they might change.
Canoop on the serve. A set from Harderson. Harderson looks for the far side. That's Mum in the middle. Blocked and pushed right back over that time by Schmucker. Set Harderson for Lombardi. It's wide. (7-6) Union as the teams go back and forth here in this second set. Union, the 8 seed, a 1-0 lead. Harderson for Mum. Blocked. Bumped into the air. This time near side, Bush. We go to Lombardi on the far side. She's got it.
Gabby Lombardi.
So Gabby Lombardi now sitting at 8 kills in the match.
I honestly have not seen her swing anything but line.
And she is...
And she knows she can get kills off of it.
Right, I mean, it has been successful for her. As they're on the far side, Gates comes up, but it's wide. Point, Des Moines Christian. She's coming flying from the back end here. Lefty serve on the way from Pruitt. And yeah, nobody in the back right. And an easy kill by Schmucker. Schmucker now with 3. Back to serve for Union. Reagan Glenn, the freshman. 32 aces this season, has been solid in the serving department. Dug out by Olivia Lombardi. Mum has her attack blocked up front. I believe Dina Robb got the most of that one. We go back and forth. I mean, neither side really getting control here of this second set to this point. The run up. Glenn again targeting Lombardi. Near side, Gabby into the net.
Des Moines Christian, I would say their passes off of serve are very spot on. You know, we were talking about how Gabby Lombardi was setting, but I think, you know, one liberty that they have is they do get good passes.
Lombardi, a mistake on the reception of serve. Timeout, Des Moines Christian will take it with them. Union, taking advantage of some mistakes, has now opened up an 11-8 lead here in the second. We're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, it is going to be second set action right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Emery Songer, Molly Geis, 11-8 is our score here in the second set. Union, a 28-26 win in set number 1. And a couple of uncharacteristic mistakes by Gabby Lombardi, first on an attack and then on a reception of serve. And Union, I mean, they have the advantage on the scoreboard right now, not just in this set, but also in the match. You don't want to give a team like them confidence.
Yeah, and I mean, Des Moines Christian, they've got a target on their back. When you're number one, it's a little bit tougher to be in that position.
Yeah, everything to lose, that's for sure. Back set for Mom.
And I do think Des Moines Christian needs to use their middles a little bit more.
It'll be Gabby Lombardi back to serve. It would help getting Caitlin Mumm going as well. That's just her third kill. Lombardi on serve. A lot of side spin on that one. Somehow kept alive. Lombardi back set here. Pushed over after it sat on the net. Near side for Gates. Lombardi. The two Lombardis collided there. Pushed over. Gates. Knoop in the middle. Robb. I'll try again. This time for Gates at the net. Blocked. Kept alive. Knoop will try Gates again this near side. And it kept in play. Good dive that time by Pruitt. Pushed across. Where's Knoop go again? This time out of the back. Klima paints the line.
That was the only spot that was open.
And she found it from the back row. 12-9. Good scramble defense.
Over on the other court, we got Osage ahead of Assumption right now.
Yeah, they're trying to tie that up at one. There's a block by Dina Robb. Robb has been lethal on the block.
Yes, she has. Union's been doing a good job of blocking. They know how to set it up, and they know where Des Moines Christian wants to hit it.
The run up here for Gates on serve. Low line drive. Lombardi's got it. Near side. Swing from Harderson. Been a while since we've had one from her.
It was set so far outside the antenna, and how she even hit that ball, and then she found a great spot.
Harderson has been doing a lot of setting when we talk about her kill efficiency at 352. Can be very prolific if an opportunity presents itself. That they just haven't had it. I think she's been stuck as a passer most of this first couple of sets as Robb will get the kill through the block attempt by Miller. 14-10 here. And as you mentioned, you know, the number 2 seed, Assumption, did get the first set over Osage, but Osage 6 set points here to try to get themselves knotted up. So you could have a weird bracket developing here in Class 3A. Out of the back row, Lombardi's just going to bump it over. Knoop, near side for Klima, blocked right back at her. Harderson and Miller were there.
Union's setter puts the ball on the to the outside, it's real tight to the net, which I'm sure when you don't face this size works really well.
Yeah, it's wide there. That's a little wide of Klima as she was trying to reach. Again, it was just too far away from her for her to get a swing on it. She just had to poke it over and couldn't keep it in play. That's a tough job. I mean, when you're the setter, you're trying to find that as there's a service error by Harderson.
Well, not saying it's not a good set, because it typically could be when you don't have the big block.
Right.
And they probably don't face that every single time out. And so just maybe pulling it off just a little bit would help the outsides.
15-12. Serve coming from Allison Timmer. Olivia Lombardi, Harderson, Gabby Lombardi.
Out of the back row, Gabby Lombardi.
I mean, when she gets a run up from pretty much anywhere and she gets the big swing, she is so dangerous. They just have not been able to get her in that spot too awful much, except for when she is really on the outside, and we talked about she just goes down the line a lot. This one going to be a tough reception, and it goes around the outside of the antenna from Mailer. It was really the serve from Finley Skelhaas that made the difference there. 15-14. Des Moines Christian staying in touch here. Skelhaas on serve. Gates, Knoop in the middle. A block on the attempt from Schmucker. And Gabby Lombardi will get credit for the block as well. 15 apiece. They were down by 4 or 5 here earlier in the second set. Now they've come back to tie it. Skelhaus again on serve. Knoop for Klima. And Lombardi keeps it in play. That's blocked.
Yeah, no touch.
Nope, it hit the net.
Yeah. It's kind of Gabby Lombardi just kind of poked her arm out there and sent it right back, and I don't think Union was expecting it and just didn't.
They were still scrambling from the previous possession, essentially. Knoop, near side for Klima, hits the block, bumped back into the air by Pruitt. Lombardi over the top of the block again and down in front of the back row.
Smart shot by Lombardi again. That was the same thing where she's got 3 blockers on her, and now I'm guessing Union's going to adjust and not do the triple block.
Well, it looks like something that Brian Jesse was talking to his team about. I wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout soon if they can't thwart this run. Gates, though, says, I got it. Out of the back row, off the block.
And that's Gates' 13th kill.
And she has been only gaining in efficiency. Klima to serve. Lombardi. Harderson for Gabby Lombardi. Now Mailer again does well. Bush will just pass it over.
Great spot.
Yeah, last minute Skelhaus decided to play that. It looked like it might be going out. Going to be a free ball. Near side Gates off the block, kept alive by Harderson. Lombardi just bumps it to the back row. Mailer, Knoop, Gates.
She's tough.
That's some good defense on both sides there.
Yeah.
And, you know, over and over you could tell Finley Skelhaus that was going out, but it's just too close to just watch
you don't want to see it land in, and then it just really changes the momentum if you don't play that ball.
Give yourself a chance to win the point.
Yeah.
Lombardi, and then to Miller. Somehow Bush just was able to kind of get rid of it with a touch. Bump. Miller through the block and down. Back and forth again we go.
Yeah.
Martin Miller. 4 kills for Miller.
The Moines Christian's middles are very solid players. They've been around for a little bit too.
That pass from Gates on the dig on the Lombardi serve was a little wide of Knoop, and she felt like she had only one play to make, and that was just try to dump it over the net, but she came up short on it. 19-17 now.
And she's only got 2 hitters to set right now unless she uses a back row player.
There she's going to go here to Gates. Off the block. Oh, the touch by Harderson took Skelhaus out of the play, and I think Skelhaus would have been able to get there. It's like that in baseball or softball when the third baseman cuts it off from the shortstop and makes it a harder play instead of just letting the traditional play happen. Either way, though, again, you don't want to be lazy or lackadaisical and not go after that ball if you think you can get to it. Gabby Lombardi out of the back row. She started to find that back right corner from her vantage point.
Well, she looked like she was out of the back row, but she actually just hit it in the middle. She's in the front row. She pulls back to pass.
Right. Knoop in the middle for Gates. Good answer, a necessary answer there for Union.
Yeah, both teams taking their outsides and having them hit from a little different position. Just kind of mixes things up.
Reagan Glenn, who went on a nice run of serve earlier in the match, back to serve with her team down a point. Finds Olivia Lombardi. That's close to the net, though. It's going to be punched into the air. Here's Gates. Yes! Pruitt had no chance.
Wow. She really didn't have much time to transition either. She just kind of like got there and jumped.
That was a good set by Knoop.
Yeah.
Knowing she wasn't going to get a chance to get the run up. Glenn on serve. Lombardi. She'll get it right back in the middle.
She seems a little more comfortable and effective in the middle right there the last couple swings.
Now for Lombardi. She's given her team a 1-point lead. Back to serve. Lombardi again. Received. Set for Gates. Tries to the little dump. Pruitt was there this time, pushed over by Olivia Lombardi. Bush, a set, you can tell that's not something she does very often. Union's going to call a timeout down 2, 22-20, and we'll take it with them. Good one brewing here. Des Moines Christian trying to even it up at a set apiece when we come back right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
That little duel going on. Gabby Lombardi now finds herself at 12 kills in the match for Des Moines Christian. For Union, 17 in the match for Aubrey Gates. As we go back and forth, pretty important time of the match here. At Union out of the timeout has been good through the first 2 timeouts they took in the first set. Big runs off both of them. We'll see if they can do that again here. But again, Lombardi too quick on the draw. This is the second time Des Moines Christian came out and served too quick out of the timeout. We'll see if it affects Lombardi. They had a service error right after that first time.
And again, they've got both student sections behind them being pretty loud.
This is going to be bumped for Gates. Near side, she times up her run. Good dig by Lombardi, then Pruitt. Canoop, long run for Gates. Blocked, kept alive by Bush. Cover. Gates again, off the block. Bumped in the air. Gates one more time. Lombardi's there. And Gabby's just going to have to pass it over. Canoop in the middle for Dina Robb.
Yeah, everybody was expecting. She kept going outside, 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 and smart setting decision to go to Robb.
Dina Robb with the kill. Now pulls Union within 1, and Aubrey Gates back to serve. Gates on the serve. Received by Gabby Lombardi. Now a little dump over. Good feel by Mom that time. Again, you kind of lose the secondary players. You're thinking so much about the intended targets over and over again. You see Lombardi over and over again. You see Gates. And then Robb or Mum get the set, and nobody's there.
Yeah, and those players are very effective when they get the set.
Canoop near side. Now Klima off the top of the block. Back set this time. Harderson. Gates was there. Klima near side can just poke it over. Everybody's hitting the floor for Des Moines Christian. Harderson blocked right back where it came from by Klima to the far side. Through the block on an attempt by Lineback. And then blocked and down off of Robb. Miller couldn't keep it over the net. And it's now 23-22. Another good rally. Some good volleyball between these two.
These girls are all working really hard. I can see them trying to catch their breath a little bit.
Jaden Bush back to serve. Nitty-gritty of set 2. Bush off the tape. Lombardi dives and keeps it alive.
Great pass by Lombardi. That's tough to get.
Lineback's attempt was blocked by Robb. Out of the back. Here's Lombardi blocked by Robin Klima. We're tied at 23.
Now they only had 2 up that time, but wow. Those are tough to block, back row attacks are.
Timeout, Des Moines Christian. Des Moines Christian, that's their last timeout. We'll take it with them. 23 apiece, a sprint to the finish of set 2 when we come back on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Good one brewing here. Union won the first set 28-26. Des Moines Christian, the number 1 seed in 3A, trying to even it up. But Union trying to really put the pressure on and take the second set as well. They're on serve with Caitlin Bush back, or Jaden Bush back rather, to serve it up with a 23-23 tie. Bush, the run-up. Out of the timeout from DMC. Olivia Lombardi. Yeah, that's going to be knocked over by Miller. Knoop here near side, but there's going to be a mistake in the violation, a double hit on the set. It's tough timing for that from Knoop. And now it's set point, but Union's going to take a timeout. We'll keep it here. Obviously, you feel bad for Knoop, who's been really clean as the passer throughout, and she's mixing it up, but just a little bit of a ball handling error
didn't seem
there.
Off by much, but they call it a little bit closer here at the state tournament, and as long as they're calling it both ways, which I feel like they are. Yeah, it's just untimely. But
so I mean, like the answer here, they had to face this kind of situation multiple times in the first set and were able to survive it, and then won the first set 28-26. So what is he telling the girls in there in that huddle?
Well, I think they have a game plan on every rotation and reminding them, because it as the game progresses, you kind of forget because there's just a lot going on, and so kind of coming up with, here's what we're going to run, get a good pass and get it back, and we'll get this set, is what he's probably telling them.
No timeouts either way. The line judges go back to their positions, and a serve from Hadley Harderson. Harderson received by Bush, near side for Klimek, and she had to adjust her run up. Hits it into the net, and Des Moines Christian survives, takes the second set to even it up at 1 set apiece. Now see, Union feels very deflated the way those last 2 points go. A couple of mistakes on their own doing that they, took them out of that second set, but still a 1-1 match. We'll see how they are able to rebound after that, as their fans give them a nice hand as they prepare for set number 3. We'll take a break, come back with the third set after this. But Union and Des Moines Christian, a good one, tied at 1 set apiece right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we are connectors,
protectors,
leaders,
job creators,
friends,
and neighbors,
and always at your service.
Ladies, the place for you!
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders, it's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm-strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on a successful year, and remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
By focusing only on meat and grocery, we can do those things to the best of our abilities.
No frills, no gimmicks. You're gonna get top quality meat, top quality produce, top quality customer service.
They always tell us, sell it as low as you can. Sell it as low as you possibly can.
And we work hard so we can keep those prices lower.
And that's what Fairway does to a lot of people. They take care of people.
I have one thing to accomplish, and it's that.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Got a really good one going here, live from Extreme Arena in Coralville. But fans, if you're looking for some state tournament merchandise, it's available now online. Time to get those smartphones out. Just scan the QR code that's popping up on your screen. Visit IGHSAU.org as well. You can browse and customize your own merchandise to match your style. State tournament merchandise on IGHSAU.org. Emery Songer and Molly Geis with you. 2 sets down. Very tightly contested between the 1 and the 8. The first set, a 28-26 win for Union. Des Moines Christian survives with a 25-23 win in set number 2. And Union will get it started with Gracie Klima on serve for set number 3. Got to win 3 sets, so we will not have a winner after this set. We'll play at least 4. And that's one a little bit wide from Aubrey Gates. But it's going to be interesting to see how Union reacts after a ball handling error and then an attack error ended that last set when they were tied at 23.
Because it seemed like they were, some days it just things work out for one side versus the other, and it seemed like everything was kind of working out for Union, and they've got a handle that it didn't. And I feel like both sets, I would have guessed the other team to have won. And so, in the game of volleyball, you can't let little things deflate you.
Yeah, Aubrey Gates did get the last kill. This is going to be pumped over by Mumm. Joust at the net. Still alive. Near side. Swing. And that's long from Pruitt. Haven't seen them set Chloe Pruitt too awful much. Pruitt did have 78 kills on the season.
Oh, I think they must have called a touch or somebody in the net. I didn't see what happened. Oh, well, both sides have somebody back to serve.
Union has no idea what was just called. Joe Van Ness, the floor official.
They are very confident with whatever they called. I guess they missed it.
Yeah, we were too busy looking at whatever. So, either way, it's going to be poked over. Klima blocked right back down. I think that was Mumm. Mumm, 6'2", really long arms. When she's in the middle there, she can get to a lot of attack attempts from all directions. Canute for Gates in the middle this time. And you talked about it in the last set, the importance of just moving your top attacker around.
Yeah.
Can really lead to some easier opportunities for them.
And I think the play before that, they weren't used to Gates not being on the outside, so then they had to go set it to a back row attack and it didn't work. And
here is Gabby Lombardi off of Canute's attempted dig into the netting. Lombardi continues to be strong. Monitoring the stats, number 13 for her. She also does have 9 attack errors, however, so the attack efficiency much lower than usual for Gabby Lombardi, but she's still making a huge impact on the match.
And I think that she's progressing towards making less errors and taking what's open for her.
That either hit a face or a shoulder. Still over and legal, and a line shot on the far side. That was a great swing that time by Lineback. Andrea Lineback.
I think that's her first kill of the day.
She's in the rotation and she comes up front for a spot or two, but that was definitely the best swing of the match so far for her. That's a quick block. Kick save over. I don't know how they did that. But then they're going to say 4 because it hit the net. That's tough. I don't know. I'm not an official. Both officials did say that, though.
It happens so fast. It's way easier to do it from here than it is when you're out there.
Down there, and then that's not going to be handled by Mailer. And quickly, it's 7-2 Des Moines Christian. But they did the kick save, but apparently it had 4 hits in there somewhere. I was certain Des Moines Christian had gotten a touch on it somewhere in between there, but you're right. Like, it pinballed around so fast, it was really hard to tell. That's long on the back end from Lombardi's serve, 7-3. That was aggressive going for the back line there. Gates to serve.
You want your servers, you'd rather have them serve out versus in the net. If they're not, you know what I'm saying? So make Union make a decision, and so.
Right. Lombardi.
Obviously, you want them to serve in, but if they're going to miss, you don't want it to be in the net. There's no decision there.
Right. And trying to dive was Pruitt there and couldn't keep it in play. Yeah, it's a really nice job for Union with Klima coming up with another kill. Number 5 for her. Gates with 19 is really taking the headlines, but Klima has been solid both defensively and in the attack most of the match so far. Pruitt, good set for Mumm in the middle. Poked over by Robb.
It's tight.
Oh, what an angle.
That was...
Line back again.
Yeah. Union went with the ball, and it got set so far out, they needed to stay in a little more cross, and she took advantage of the only open spot.
Really well done on that angle. 8-4 Des Moines Christian. They've been able to roll the momentum from the last 2 points of the second set into this third set to this point. Aubrey Gates to the back row. Harderson blocked. Robb. Yeah, Robb 6'2" as well. Meanwhile, in the other quarterfinal, Assumption has gone up 2-1 on Osage. They'll head to the fourth set here momentarily. That's in the bottom half of the bracket, the 2-7 matchup. Assumption, the 2 seed in this bracket. Des Moines Christian, the 1. And again, Lombardi, it's just too easy for Robb when she sees that ball just spinning, and there's no chance for Des Moines Christian to get another touch on it, just to dink it over the top of the net.
Yeah, and you know, they typically are getting a perfect pass, but there's just no room to play with that when you're getting it on the net.
Jaden Bush, a good serve.
And that one, you know, is still a great pass right there.
Lombardi's going to get the kill. Harderson back to serve here for the Lions with a 9-6 lead here in this third set. We're tied at 1. And, oh, that's a good job reading that all the way. Canoop, the original read. Klima kept it alive. There's good hustle from Bush, but Robb hit that one. And it'll be 10.
It's coming from behind her. You just got to kind of go up with both hands and try to swipe that over.
Right. Just like you said, give it a chance to be in play.
Yeah.
Harderson on the serve. Canoop for Robb. Tried to reprieve, but it hit the top of the net. Harderson dug it out. Line back. That hit the top of the net, I think. Either way, if they give a block, it'll be Robb with the block. She says, yeah, give me that block.
Yeah, right.
They do give it to her. Again, you could see that probably better from down there if she got a piece of that or not, but either way, point to point. Here is Allison Timmer on serve for the Knights. And that's under the net by Canoop. And Miller's going to get credit for the kill on the other side. She's got a handful now.
And the middles have definitely done a lot of just tipping over the block. I'm not sure if that's something they saw that would, maybe keep Union out of their, what they like to do for offense.
Big swing by Klima, one of her best. Klima.
If she can start rolling, that makes it a different ball game.
So now it's 11-8. Klima is on serve. Lombardi forced to just bump it over a free ball. Canoop for Gates near side. Plenty of space there. I don't know, there was some confusion for Des Moines Christian, and there's just so much room in the back row there.
Well, the outsides for Union have been hitting line, and then I think the block was split, and she went right in between the blockers.
Pretty good look there. And now it's 11-9. Union a good job responding after going down by a handful early. Harderson, a back set for Miller. Mahlert's there. We'll try Gates. She's blocked, though. Kept alive for a moment, but give credit to Marr and Miller. It's so easy to just try to get the hot hand hot again. Mm-hmm. Gates 20 kills in the match, but Miller really good timing on that one and strong block. Olivia Lombardi now on serve. Gates, Canoop. Once Gates again in the middle this time. Off the top of the block.
She's good out of the middle, that's for sure.
It's kind of interesting. She definitely is outside more than the middle from what we have seen here. But I feel like her efficiency is way higher when she is in the middle.
And probably same with Gabby Lombardi, too. Their efficiency is higher in the middle.
Harderson, bump set, far side, Mum. Bush, Canoop, back set, Gates on the far side, just wide.
Real close, but again, trying to mix up where she's hitting from.
Serve from Pruitt. And it's going to be Klima, a free ball over. Now a little back set for Harderson. It's interesting how strong she seems as an attacker, and she spends a lot of time as a setter.
She's so effective. It says she's 5'11". It's hard to see from up.
She's just a sophomore. I think, as time goes on and you're going to lose Gabby Lombardi after next year, is that one pass leaked. Mum's going to get credit for the kill. Union thought that there was going to be maybe a call that she would make contact over on their side of the net, but that was not the call, and Union's going to call a timeout. Hold that thought. We'll come back 15-10. This is very reminiscent of what happened in the first set when the first timeout was called by Union. We'll talk about it when we come back here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7. Rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
(15-10) Des Moines Christian. We were talking about kind of the depth of Des Moines Christian on the attacking front. Miller and Mum are both seniors, and then you have Gabby Lombardi, who's still just a junior. She'll play, another season at Des Moines Christian, and then as a sophomore, though, Hadley Harderson, who we've seen mostly as a setter, we're, awing at how really good she is on the attack as well. I mean, you could be kind of slowly getting her ready for that role, essentially, by the time she's a senior.
Yeah, and the right side position has really become more of a dominant position. It used to be our outsides where you always went to, but right sides are really taking on a whole new respect.
Out of the timeout, Mum has it partially blocked. Bush with the serve here to the near side. Gates, that was close to the net. She somehow got it over with a tough angle. Bush will try to drop it in the middle. Didn't work. Here to the near side, Harderson, right on cue. Mailer off of the block. Here's Gates. And Lombardi is there. Almost into the net with Pruitt. Harderson has it blocked, that time in the middle by Schmucker. Far side, Lombardi dumps it over. Here's Gates. And it tipped. And they're going to say point over and a lift.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's a heads-up job. After you've touched a ball on block, it's hard to think, okay, I got to be ready again.
For a rebound, yeah.
And I thought she did a good job, but
apparently had a little bit more than the initial contact with it. Back to serve. Get things back underway on the side for Union, down by 4. That's blocked in the middle. Harderson on the other side this time as an attacker, and Pruitt hits it into the net.
Yeah, and you can see it's harder for Harderson when she's a lefty hitting on the outside. Some can do it, but it's got to cross over your body, and it's just a little bit harder to do, and that's why it makes it a natural position to play right side when you're a lefty.
Freshman Reagan Glenn, my mistake. Canoop. A little approach there from Gates. Pruitt, bump set, not going to be playable. Out of the timeout, 3 straight points for Union.
His timeout efficiency is really high. I'd really like to see Caitlin Mum start swinging. I think they're picking up on the tips, and I know she's got a good swing.
They're going to set for Lombardi over the top. They'll try Gates. Got it. 4 straight points out of the timeout.
Yeah, Des Moines Christian's got to stay aggressive.
Reagan Glenn again, but not before a timeout's going to be called by Des Moines Christian. So they're trying to stem the tide before it even gets to be a tie game. But we got another good one here in the third. 15-14, one set apiece. Des Moines Christian and Union on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Des Moines Christian 15, Union 14 in the third, tied at one set apiece. I'm Emery Songer along with Molly Geis. Devin Taylor's our director, Reese Webb operating the cameras. And it's been Aubrey Gates versus Gabby Lombardi in terms of attacking. But there have been so many other players that have played a factor, whether they're serving, defending, passing. And the two teams have had a lot of long rallies here, and I think we've been pretty evenly split on who has come out on top on those.
Yeah, the defensive players don't get their names called as much, but they are playing a big factor in this game on both sides.
Reagan Glenn to serve out of the timeout, which was called by Des Moines Christian. Near side, Lombardi. Dug out all the way across by Canute. In the middle, Mum just pokes it over. Here's Gates through the block.
And again, there's something about Gates' swing. She's up, and then she goes back a little bit further and then swings. And so the blockers are coming down, and she does a really good job of using their hands.
15 all now, 5 straight points since the original Union timeout. And a block. Jaden Bush keeps it alive. Klima for Gates, cross court. Lombardi to Lombardi, out of the back. Pushed over by Skellhaus. A little quick set, that opportunity that time by Bush. Dropped in, far side, and again it was a scramble play, but heads up by Harderson there, knowing there was nobody in white on that far side as they were scrambling on the near side, just trying to keep that ball alive.
Yeah, smart play. An easy way to get a kill.
She'll take it. 8 in the game all of a sudden now for Harderson. 16-15. And that's long on the serve from Lombardi. That's the second time she has been long by about a ball length.
Yeah, and I think Union's probably super pumped when she serves out because she's got a tough serve.
16-16. Gates now serving. Far side, line back. Maylert. Canute. Klima. Nope, didn't get all of that one. And good dig on the back row. Near side is Harderson. She goes cross court. Canute is there. Bump set. Gates out of the back. Blocked. Mum by herself.
That was time
with conviction.
Yeah, Des Moines Christian has had a few back row attacks blocked, and it's exciting to get that back and fire your teammates up.
That was well done by Caitlin Mum. The 6'2 senior. And back to serve Finley Skellhaus. Or pardon, my mistake, Taylor Chrisman just subbed into the match. Run up, Klima tries to go to the back corner. Lombardi's there to guard it. Harderson.
She is unbelievable today.
Harderson on the season came in averaging about 2 kills per set. We're in the third set now. And she's at 9, so she's averaging 3 per set, and still plenty of time to go here in this third set. Chrisman on serve, 18-16. Robb has it blocked, keeps it alive. It'll be just passed over. I think caught Des Moines Christian by surprise, but Pruitt did well to keep it alive. Near side, Klima, but they're going to say Des Moines Christian ball on what will be a double hit. 19-16. Union does have another timeout that they can utilize if they would like to, but it's not going to be right now, at least from Brian Jesse. Chrisman on the serve. Canute looking for Klima near side off the top of the tape. Gabby Lombardi was able to get there. Harderson to the back row. We'll try Klima again on the near side, and this time it works off the block.
Yeah, when you hit the blocker's hands, there's no defense for that. And that's hard to learn, but these girls see the blockers in the court so well.
It'll be Jaden Bush to serve. The senior into the net. (20-17).
I don't think that Union has had a lot of service errors. I need to look at that.
That actually is their first. And then a reception error by Gates that time, and it'll go down as an ace for Harderson. But Union's going to use a timeout. She was there, Gates was. She just mishandled it. But now they're down 4, 21-17. Des Moines Christian trying to take control of this match. We'll be back after this on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7. Rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Des Moines Christian can smell it. They're 4 points away from a 2-1 set lead, a set 3 victory after losing the first set and being in danger in the second set against 8-seed Union. But Union going to give it a good go here out of the timeout, which they have been very successful directly out of timeouts throughout the match so far.
Yeah, Des Moines Christian is not relaxing at all. They know that Union can come back if they don't just put the pedal to the floor, basically.
Harderson on the serve, finds Gates. Set for Klima. She goes cross court. Lombardi is there. Olivia Lombardi. Gabby Lombardi out of the back row. Blocked. Dina Robb again.
I've seen more back row attack blocks today. A lot of times when your blocker goes up, it can go off of one hand or the other, and then there's nothing you can do.
There's just so much space.
Yeah.
That ball could just be just a little bit off kilter, but you're right. The blockers have done a really good job on both sides. We'll try it again. This time blocked and playable. Pancake hands. Gates got it over. Unbelievable. Line back. Blocked again. Nope, they're going to say 4.
What a big hustle point for Union.
Des Moines Christian does not agree with that. They thought it was blocked off the hands. And this is similar to what the decision was earlier.
They call what they see, and they don't have the review system.
They only can talk to each other, but they're not going to even talk about it. Dan Fetters on the stand seems to be very certain that hit the top of the net and not a hand. It's line.
Yeah, and Emery, knowing that Union has only served out once, you might kind of be like,
I better play that.
Yeah.
Olivia Lombardi elected not to. It hits the line. Allison Timmer gets the ace. That's just the third ace they have in the match. But they haven't made mistakes either until right there.
We jinxed her.
Well,
sorry.
She tried the same thing.
Right.
And just it had a little bit too much air under it. But 22-20 now.
They like to make us look dumb too.
22-20. Union just going to try to hang in here. Skelhaus to serve. Gates. Knoop. Klima on the near side. Got it. And that's clutch. You don't want to be down 3, 23-20 in that scenario.
And Avery Knoop is doing a really good job setting that outside ball. She's just a sophomore and #1 in 3A in assists.
Far side, Lombardi. Cross court. Bush can't keep it in play.
Coach tried to play it.
Yeah. That's a good touch, though, for Coach.
Right.
23-21. Olivia Lombardi back to serve. Her approach. Dug out by Bush. Gates has it put right back in her face.
Yeah, all the block, they knew it was going to Gates.
When you need a point, that's not a bad place to go.
Yeah, I feel like every once in a while you got to give it to Schmecker.
Here's 3 set points now for Des Moines Christian in the third. Gates just has to poke it over, too far from her. Backside, lefty swing, but the block is out.
She's pumped.
I think that was Pruitt on the far.
It was.
And Pruitt gets credit for the kill off the block. And 25-21, Des Moines Christian has survived several pushbacks from Union after they lost the first set. Union will have another try to extend it to a 5th set, but Des Moines Christian now a 2-1 lead, and we'll be back after this break. You're watching State Volleyball, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders, it's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm-strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on a successful year, and remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
Fairway values family, and we treat our employees and our customers like their family.
If you're looking for a place to shop, our service is amazing.
We have put an emphasis on hiring good people.
One of the things that we talk about is just doing the right thing.
And that is so key to this day and age.
Fairway just isn't about selling groceries. It's about taking care of people.
That, to me, is the best thing we can do at Fairway.
Swing's the place for you!
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7. Rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Hey fans, we'd like to recognize the students from Des Moines Christian as our creative corner of the match, which is brought to you by Think Iowa City, a collection of curious communities. Think Iowa City, collection of curious communities. And you see a little red, white, and blue action. Red in the front, white, blue, pretty cool. Good work by them. Always fun to see the entirety of the student sections here. And Des Moines Christian a 2-1 lead in terms of sets. We'll start the 4th set. Emery Songer and Molly Geis. I mean, a lot of Aubrey Gates, 25 kills on one side. You've seen plenty of Gabby Lombardi on the other side, but what stood out otherwise? How can Union keep this match alive?
They have pretty similar stats. Their hitting efficiencies overall are pretty similar. One side might have more blocks and the other side has more service aces. It's just pretty evenly matched, and it's going to come down to whose players maybe have a little bit higher efficiency, and the passing makes a big difference.
Approach by Finley Skelhaus gets us underway with the serve for set 4. Aubrey Gates, oh, look at the one-hand dig out at the back there by Olivia Lombardi. Sets up Gabby Lombardi, but it's dug out on the back end by Bush. Here is a set to the far side for Lombardi again. Look at Mailer trying to stay in front of it, but cannot keep it in play. Man, the power.
Yeah, that's what she's been wanting on that line shot, and she was there for it, but that's hard to defend even if you're standing right there.
I just could not imagine what that is like, having that thing come right at you. Here is Klima off the block. Lombardi will then take a little push over with 2 hands by Lombardi. Out of the back. Oh, and the tape shot from Jaden Bush not a real strong strike, but it's one of those things that when it clips the tape going up, totally changed the trajectory of the shot.
And the timing to play that ball.
No chance for the defense to react that quickly. 1-1. Gracie Klima. Played by Lombardi. Really close. Harderson, I don't know how she kept out of the net.
Right, that's a tough play.
Gates, dug out by Olivia Lombardi. Gabby Lombardi on the far side is blocked. Pruitt, Harderson for Lombardi again. This time she goes soft, and it got in close to the net. That's tough. Canute couldn't do anything with it.
You mentioned Harderson earlier. She really impresses me. She's a very good setter and a very good hitter. I think, Des Moines Christian's going to have to continue with the 6-2 for the next couple of years.
Olivia Lombardi. Canute will set for Gates, wide. Gates does have 25 in the match, 17 for Lombardi. So it's really been a battle and a matchup for both of those players. As Gates can't handle the serve that time. Olivia Lombardi, we know she's a good server. That's not the first time that she has really created confusion.
It's a real flat serve, and you have to react really fast to get your body in the middle of the ball. And she serves between people. If you can.
And a mistake on the reception there, and Union's going to call a quick timeout here in the fourth set. Don't want to let it get away. 5-1 early here in the fourth. Des Moines Christian already a 2-1 lead. We'll be back with more on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7. Rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Des Moines Christian off to a solid 5-1 start here in the start of the fourth set. The other quarterfinal in this 3A bracket going on right now. Osage has set point in the fourth set, trying to force a fifth set. And they're already almost a whole set ahead of us. That's how much longer our points have been on our court. But as Osage tries to finish that off, Des Moines Christian back and set up for another Olivia Lombardi serve. And again, too quick.
Soon.
The third time that's happened out of the timeout for Des Moines Christian.
It's got to be loud down there, I would guess.
And you're hearing multiple whistles for multiple spots.
Yeah.
Lombardi serve, this one a good one. Here's Gates, off the block. Out of the timeout, Union has been fantastic.
They sure have, yeah. And Gates, she's been doing great. She just needs to stay with what she's been doing. Don't change anything. Just keep playing the way you're playing.
Canoop on serve for the Knights, and that is going to be out on the reception in the back row from Skelhaus.
Yeah, very unlikely to get aces against Des Moines Christian. They have
That's only the second one. Or
yeah.
I guess they've upped it to 4 now, but yeah, definitely not something that's been happening regularly. Lombardi to Lombardi. Long.
Des Moines Christian doesn't want to give Union any room to play because they came to play today.
Yeah, they've been back and forth throughout. Another great serve from Canoop, but then they're going to say net violation on the pass by.
The set, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's a tough thing when you get a tight.
Harderson
pass.
gets called for the net violation. Yeah, and I mean, she's got to try to go in there because the ball's almost into the net.
Right.
Harderson, a good set this time, but I think she was unsure of the target, or her targets were unsure where she was going, and then Gates gets the kill through the block. And 4 straight points out of the timeout again. Actually, 5 straight points, because now it's 6-5 Union. They're tied at 28 on the other
I
court.
think he only gets 2 timeouts.
Yeah, if he had 5 timeouts, he'd be using them all the time. Harderson will go for Lombardi. Perfect.
Yeah, didn't have to give it a full swing. They just kind of were back on their heels, and the setter had released to.
And a little looper in front of the libero on the backside of Naylor. Serve received by Jaden Bush. Far side, Gates cross court. Good dig by Skelhaus. Lombardi, another little soft touch. Knoop will go in the middle for Gates. Blocked. Bush is there. How about Gates again this near side? Skelhaus. Played over. Gates a third time. How about Lombardi on the far side off the block? No, they're going to say, but even before that, there's going to be a net violation. Either way, point goes to the Moines Christian, 7-6. We are tied at 30 now on court 2. Assumption's trying to punch their ticket to the semifinals. Osage is trying to force a 5th set. We'll keep you updated.
It really shows how equal this playing field is here at.
That's the 2-7, and this one we're watching is the 1-8. It could be anybody's bracket.
Just imagine how long we're going to be for the 4-5.
Back set here, Harderson, tough angle into the net. 7-all. I mean, it really has been as even as it can be over here. You see your set scores 28-26 for Union in the first, 25-23, 25-21 for Moines Christian in the second and third. It's going to be Lombardi. Far side, off the top of the tape. Gates. And then passed over, a free ball. Harderson has it off the block. Knoop. Rob to the back row, right at Skelhaus, who makes a good. That's a great dig. Lima, and then eventually Gates has it blocked straight down. Mum and Harderson were there. Meanwhile, 32-30 in the fourth. Assumption is able to finish off Osage.
And they were down there until the very, very end, but 32-30.
And Assumption, the 2 seed, moves on into the semifinals tomorrow. Here is Lombardi on serve here. Ace. I think that just kind of gripped with a little top spin and dropped in front off of the hands of Bush on the back row.
Yeah, like I said, they're hoping it goes out because she is a tough server.
Gabby Lombardi again.
It just floats, doesn't move.
Far side, Gates. Good. That time by Pruitt, out of the back, and another just smart touch taken there by Gabby Lombardi.
Yeah, Gabby Lombardi's learning to take what she's given, and this is what Union is giving her to get her kills.
Lombardi on serve. Knoop to Rob. Had a little hitch in the approach, but was able to adjust. Far side, line back. This one's going to be tough right at the top of the net. Mum, no mistake. And now it's 11-7. Set 4 straight points now for Des Moines Christian to pop that lead back open a little bit here. A little bit of breathing room. And still Lombardi on serve. Long. I believe that's the 3rd time that's happened to her.
I believe you're right.
A little reprieve. Aubrey Gates now will serve it for Union.
It's worked out, you know, the rotations that every time Lombardi goes to the back row, Gates goes to the back row, and so.
Yeah, good adjustment there by Mum. Noticed that the block was not tight and just dumped it in on the near side.
Very precise tip that she has.
Des Moines Christian can play the trading points for a while if they would like to with the 4-point lead, but I'm sure they'd like to go on another run here on Taylor Chrisman's serve. Same service that they built up a lead in the 3rd set. Chrisman off the block. Pruitt, far side for line back. Maylert, Rob, and Gates from the back. Chrisman's there. Pruitt will set it for Lombardi, also in the back. 13-8. Lombardi has continued to improve with her efficiency as the matches were on. She's up to 21 kills.
There's her setting.
She set it and gets the assist to the usual setter, Anderson.
Right.
Roles reversed.
But if people weren't listening earlier, she was a setter last year, and doing what Matt needed for her to do is to hit and play back row as a passer and back row attacker.
Timeout again, Union. They're down 6 in need of a big run. That's their final timeout. We'll come back with more on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Back here live at Extreme Arena in Coralville. Danger time here for Union. The 8 seed won the first set, 28-26. Has been tight in the second and third sets, but now back up against the wall. This is about as far behind they have been in any one set today, down 14-8. And again, Taylor Crispin to serve for Des Moines Christian. Oh, Knoop somehow got that over, but it was pretty easy for Lineback just to punch it right back down. And now it's up to a 7-point lead.
Yeah, Union needs to get in system. It could be real easy for Des Moines Christian to just roll from this point on.
It's going to take some gumption, that's for sure. Crispin into the net on the serve, but it's been her serve and that rotation in that spot that they had gone on some big runs in both the third and now fourth sets. Jaden Bush back to serve for Union, down by 6, would really like to have a little run here to close the gap. Pruitt, that's through the block off the top of Rob's head, but they are able to punch it over from Klima, and then just wide.
Jaden Bush, who was going to go after that and thought, yep, it's out. She is a fighter.
And she's really been trying to catch her breath because she's been running all over the place. Des Moines Christian thought that was either touched or clipped line, but
she plays about every role you could on the team. She sets a little bit. She's such a great defensive player.
Here's Harderson right at her in the chest.
That's that line shot that is just so hard, even though you're right there.
To keep it in the air, make a good pass.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I would not want to be in that spot. To the back row.
Good
to
pass.
Gates.
That's what they need.
Klima. Harderson is there to clean it up off the block. Here's Pruitt on an attack. Oh, look at the pancake by Bush.
That's what I'm saying. She worked so hard.
Lineback blocked. Robb again. Dina Robb has been a blocking machine. And a little response here from the night.
And that's Bush is getting on the floor, pancaking it to try to stay in this game.
That was as perfectly done as you could. Back to serve Allison Timmer, the sophomore. Puts it in play. Harderson, and that's wide. I think a little bit wide on Harderson's set. Trying to set up Maren Miller, and Miller has been very quiet here the last set and a half. Timmer again to serve. They've cut it, what was a 7-point deficit, to 4. They'd still like to be closer. Lombardi. That hit the top of the net and pushed back over that time by Schmucker.
I think that was a kill if it got over.
And then line back to the back row. Gates was there. Again, a little scramble play. Tough one for Klima, but she's able to get it over, and she'll get a swing at this one. Lombardi's there. Pruitt over to lineback. Blocked to no one. Lineback with a couple of clutch kills here in the last couple of sets.
Union is working so hard to stay in this game, but Des Moines Christian covers the court so well, and they've had a few times where all Union could do would be swing cross at Lombardi, and she's such a good libero.
In the middle, Schmucker, look at Lombardi over the head that time on the dig. Pruitt bumps it over. Canoop, near side, Klima, and it's down. Gracie Klima, 9th kill of the match. They've gone to her a lot, though. Klima on serve to Lombardi. Carterson blocks. Miller cannot get it going. This time Aubrey Gates was in the way.
I was just looking at the number of attempts Aubrey Gates has had, and she's had 73 hitting attempts. The next highest is 38.
Yeesh. And she's been putting them away too, 27, and then you add a block that she just added to that total. And they're within 3 now, 17-14. Klima on serve. Carterson close to the net. She's into the net.
Yeah, she knew it.
That's that first pass. Timeout Des Moines Christian as Union has pulled within 2. 17-15. We'll take a break. Come back with more here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7. Rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Fourth set action, Des Moines Christian 17-15. Having to use a timeout as Union down by 7. 15-8 was the score at one time here in this fourth set. Union back against the wall, needing to win this set to force the decisive 5th set. So Gracie Klima back to serve once again for the Knights, and they look to continue to bring it closer. Klima, good serve. Olivia Lombardi, Carterson, looking for Gabby Lombardi. That feels like a good place to go.
Yeah. They weren't expecting it. She likes to hit line.
She goes cross court there.
And that's a good timeout for Matt.
Head coach Matt Thompson. His second year at Des Moines Christian, but 19 years, a veteran of the coaching biz. And again, the pass initially from Gates there just leaks over the top of the net, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do, especially with the type of height that Des Moines Christian has to be able to put that away. And just like that, they have doubled their lead back up to 4, 19-15, and Union has no timeouts. Oh, the tape job by Lombardi. Couldn't do it better.
Yeah, and the Lombardi sisters, they want to keep playing together. There's
Olivia's senior.
Right, and their older sister had played with them in the past as well, Peyton.
This is tough for Canoe, but she's able to poke it over. Carterson to the near side, Miller. Canoe will set for Gates. How about Lombardi on this side off the block? Bush, this is tough. Joust at the net, won by Mumm. And now, after working so hard to bring it back within 3 points, to see it back up, or within 2 points, to see it back up to 6 really quickly, that's difficult for Union. Can they dig back in? Canoe pushed over by Schmucker.
And
there's Lombardi again.
Des Moines Christian did kind of the similar thing that Union did. So Des Moines Christian moved Lombardi over to block Gates on the outside, so they're going against each other, and Union had done the opposite earlier.
Lombardi on serve.
Cat and mouse game.
They're going to try Gates. She's got to punch it over. How about Lombardi? Mailer on the back line. Here's Gates with a good approach. Off the net perfectly. And
she had to fall over to keep that ball in play, but what a great shot.
Somehow off the net, had enough spin and momentum to go to the other side. 22-16, but the Knights really need a run of serve here for Avery Canoe. The sophomore has been so good in passing. Now they need her to serve well. Skelhaas, Carterson, and Lombardi off the block. Canoe now to set. Far side, Gates kind of had to wait for it, and it hits the line and in. Gabby Lombardi credit for the block.
She can't get away from her.
23-16, 2 points away now for DMC. Canute, near side, Smucker. Out of the back, Skelhaus. Haven't seen her really do that all match long. Now Harderson in front of Mailer. And now they have their largest lead of any set tonight at 8, and it's a match point.
Yeah, they haven't been able to relax at all today.
Senior Michaela Tharp is going to come in as part of the rotation, replacing Sydney Schmucker, who's the junior. Get her some opportunity to play here at State. But down by 8, a tough ask for Union. Canute, far side Gates, off the block and in. Staying alive. Reagan Glenn comes back in to serve.
And the substitution is also a game that coaches play, and you typically get a side out after, and he just did that, and it worked.
IMT Insurance substitution there. Match point still for Des Moines Christian. Here's Lombardi. Bush comes back across, out. It was tight, but Pruitt was there, watched it drop just about 2 feet too far wide of the court. Des Moines Christian survives and advances to the semifinals. Des Moines Christian dropped the first set to Union 28-23, or 28-26 rather, won the second, third, and fourth set 25-23, 25-21, 25-17. And Molly, I don't think we can go anywhere else for our player of the match than Gabby Lombardi.
Yeah, she became a lot more effective as the game went on. Ended up at 200 hitting efficiency, but they went to her so much, 65 times, and it was the games that they won where she really pulled through for them.
We'll go down to the award ceremony down on the court.
In addition to receiving their team trophy, each participating player will receive a medallion and commemorative volleyball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are Gene Berger, Aaron Kirtley, and Taylor Anderson. Congratulations to head coach Brian Jesse and the Knights from Union Community on an outstanding 2022 volleyball season. And now, Gabby Lombardi from Des Moines Christian will advance her team on the bracket to the semifinal round. Des Moines Christian fans, your team advances to the semifinals and will play either Sioux Center or West Liberty on Wednesday at 2 o'clock right here on Court 1. Congratulations. Fans, please meet your team.
All right, and there she was, our Casey's General Stores player of the match, Gabby Lombardi. And fans, Casey's General Stores proud to sponsor the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and today's player of the game. Casey's at the heart of many Iowa communities, cheering on our local teams and fans and making sure there's fresh pizza ready, win or lose. Sign up for new Casey's Rewards, the rewards program that gives back by letting you redeem points for Casey's Cash, fuel discounts, or donations to local schools. Well, once again, very fun matchup here, Molly. Although Union gave it a really good run, it was the top seed Des Moines Christian who pulled it out. Yeah, and Des Moines Christian, I think, has to be very happy to make it through that first match. And they've been ranked number 1 almost all year. And so, again, a target on their back, but to get that win is big. And they survived it, and now they can relax and just go to work for the next game and maybe 2 games. Des Moines Christian wins in 4, lose the first set 28-26, but win the second set 25-23, the third set 25-21, the fourth set 25-17. And that'll do it for us. They move into the semifinals. Union season is over. For my color commentator, Molly Geist, our director, Devin Taylor, our cameraman, Reese Webb, my name is Emery Songer. On behalf of the entire crew here at Extreme Arena in Coralville, thank you so much for watching our live coverage of the 2022 Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we are connectors,
protectors,
leaders,
job creators,
friends, and neighbors,
and always at your service.
for you.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything
Dental insurance costs a fortune and it covers nothing.
don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders, it's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on a successful year, and remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.